We're on the road. Where transportation goes, community grows. Welcome to On the Road with the MTA. And welcome to another edition of On the Road with the MTA. I'm Jay Gibbons alongside with Stephanie Kay from the MTA. How's Stephanie today?
Well, I'm great today, and I'll tell you why. We have a room full of wonderful colleagues here.
I know. We got lots of people in here.
It's all about MTA, and MTA really cares about people and the passengers and their drivers and all of 700 employees that work here. Yep. And that's why we all came together today, because it is Safety Month. Did you know that, Jay?
I did not know that, but I do now.
Well, you do, and I cannot wait to introduce you to some wonderful people that we have here today. First of all, we have Marie Stewart. And Marie, give us your title, what you do here.
Yes, good afternoon. My title here is I'm Manager of Marketing and Customer Service.
I work very closely with Marie, and she does so much more than that. That title does not fit. She's a guru. She does it all. And we have Ed Berger here, too. Ed, you have been in many different departments. What is your title now?
I'm the Chief of Operations for Fixed Route, Safety, Training, and Security.
Well, when people call to do their special transportation forms, like if they want to go on a field trip or something, he's the one that makes it happen. They fill out a form, they have to put it through Ed, and you have to make sure if it's going to be the fixed route, which is the bigger buses, or your ride. So it's thank you for all you do. That's a lot.
Oh, you're very welcome.
And then we have with us today Dominesha, Washington. Dominesha, you've been in different areas too. Tell us what your title is now.
Right now I am a fixed route employee, so I drive big bus. So
wow,
that is what I do, and I kind of volunteer, or as a lot of people say, voluntoed a lot.
And you
here at MTA,
you help out so much, and I want to thank you for that. You're
absolutely
awesome.
I appreciate it.
And those big buses are not easy to get around, and you do a great job.
Thank you.
And then we have somebody else who's a wonderful volunteer. She does everything for us. And give us your name and what you do.
Hi, I'm Martina Burton. I am the customer service supervisor, and then I work on a lot of committees because I enjoy what I do.
And I enjoy working with you because you do the pink night. I mean, that's a big thing that you do. And you do the autism month. And anytime we do a theme month, you're the one that gets it all together. So thank you for all you do. She's pretty awesome. All right, now, Marie, tell us about Safety Month. Everyone knows safety is important all the time. But what is Safety Month for us at MTA?
Well, thank you. And thank you for having me today.
Sure.
It's great to be here. And yes, so Safety Month awareness. We have kicked off a campaign because we value and know the importance of safety. One of our top priorities, along with customer service, is safety. And it is Safety Month. June is Safety Month, and we are celebrating. We have started a campaign. And this year we went where each week we're going to be featuring a different goal, a different theme, and some different focus areas. We have poster boards, we have flyers, we have signs all over the facility showing that we are having this awareness, the importance of it to our employees as well as to our customers. And it's very important that we do this. And again, it's not just this month,
right.
It's all the time. Mm-hmm. It's just this month what we're doing is building awareness. We just feel it's very important to build awareness, keep it forefront. So we have a lot of displays out there, and we're incorporating it a lot with some of our meetings, departmental meetings, and throughout the whole organization. Another aspect of this campaign that's very important to us is that we're also honoring one of our former MTA employees, Jaquia Q. Buford. She was a former, like I said, MTA employee here, and we're celebrating her legacy and contributions that we made. And we'll be sharing a little bit more about that.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Talk about a good volunteer. My gosh, we could count on her to do anything. As a matter of fact, I knew her as Q. That's what we called her, as Q. And so when I saw it on Facebook that she had passed away, they said an employee of MTA. I didn't recognize her full name. I thought, I don't know if I've ever met her. And then Cameron, who works at HR, told me it was Jacoya. I think, I just started to cry. I thought, oh my gosh, such an asset that we had, and just miss her terribly. And she was just a gem. And I know that Dominesha, Washington here, you were volunteering with her, and you were definitely one of her good friends. Tell us a little bit about her.
So Q, where can I start? Q was definitely she worked very different departments at MTA. So I believe she started in your ride, and then she transferred over to fixed route, which is big bus side. And then from there, she kind of took an initiative. She got into the union stuff. So she was our chief steward at the time.
She was everywhere.
Yeah, she was everywhere. So she's kind of like me, kind of got volunteered a lot too.
Did you guys do things together a lot? Like when you're volunteering, were you hand in hand?
Absolutely. We've did the galas, company picnics.
Right.
You name it, we've done it. It's all about building company morale, and that's what we strive to do right here. So
I know, and we're so grateful to have you for sure. Now, I know Martina, you seem a little shy today for some reason, but you knew Q before she even came here. Tell us about that.
I did. Q's children go to school with my granddaughter, so they have been knowing each other for a while. And outside of here, I met Q just being out in Flint. So it was a pleasure, and she never greeted you without a smile. So to know Q is like knowing love. She helped everyone. She was willing to do whatever it took to get the job done, and she did what she was supposed to do.
Always count on her. Always count on her. Now, Ed, that's why we're talking about the importance of the first week. It was distracted driving awareness, which is eyes on the road, heart in the mission, texting. We've all done that. We know we've answered the phone, or we've texted, or we're putting on makeup, or you're eating. It's very easy to have a distractive driving, and you don't want to do that, especially with our drivers. So you don't know how important that is. And this week, it's impaired driving. And that's something that is why Jokoy is not here any longer. So that's why we have to realize how important it is. So you tell us how important it must be for these drivers. Like, you have so much to talk about. I know. Fill us in.
Yeah, I'll give you a very Cliff Note version. It really comes down to habits. You have good habits, you have bad habits.
True.
If you get out of work and you pick up your phone and you're driving in your personal car, that's a bad habit. And you got to train yourself to have good habits all the time. Yes, we have Safety Month, and we're doing an excellent job, Maria. All the notifications out there, the signs on the website and down at the Transportation Center. Just a fantastic job. A great effort from a lot of people from our 4 Hours Committee to put this together to make sure that what we did would help people maintain good habits. And yes, to reiterate what's been said about Q, I would, she's always available. She's always in every committee that we have.
Always.
Everything from uniforms to fundraisers to run development. She's always engaged. And she's a true collaborator. A lot of difficult things we had to work through, and she was always professional. She's available 24/7. She, outside of here, my daughter was running track with her daughter, and I met a meet one day, and all of a sudden I say, hey, how's it going? And she came over, and it was great because I got a chance to introduce her to my family and get to meet her family outside of work. So that's just who she was.
And I want to make it clear, she was not impaired. She was not distracted. It was from somebody else on the road. I mean, it was not her that caused the accident. So it's just important. You don't know when it could happen to any one of us. Like you said, habits are so important to make sure you don't pick up the phone, you don't put on the makeup, you're not distracted. And with impaired driving, it doesn't even have to be drugs and alcohol. It could be fatigue. It could be just being too tired to drive. When you're too tired, you're closing one eye at a time, trying to look at the road. That's dangerous.
And it could also be medication. Maybe you're on a new medication or something. It has an impact on you. Mm-hmm. And again, it's having a good habit of being aware when things change, that you're constantly assessing, hey, what's that impact on me and my ability to do my job?
Low blood sugar. Sometimes if you haven't eaten or you're not eating the right food, you can get dizzy, and those are things to be aware of as well.
Absolutely. And we do have quiet rooms for the drivers.
You do?
If they're in a situation where they're feeling the fatigue or effect of a medication or something along those lines that would impair them, we say, hey, we can get you off the road. You can take a nap, go in the quiet room. We've got a nice recliner in there for them. And that's what it's there for.
Can I use that? Can I use it every day about noon to 3?
Yeah, and what was really interesting, it seems like a couple of years ago, or several years ago, we did a survey, and that was some of the feedback we learned from our employees that they wanted. I remember when we first incorporated that quiet room several years ago and made that available so they had a place to go.
Do people use that?
Absolutely. I see it occupied. You go by it and it will have like occupied or being used by it. Mm-hmm.
I think that's so thoughtful. That's so considerate and really important to care about the drivers that much.
Right. And it was based on their feedback that we listened to them. And again, it's part of, again, building that culture that provides that environment that's safe for employees. They then provide safe service to our customers, and it's all encompassing.
Well, everyone in this room, I can just thank you because you've all worked so hard the 4 hours to make sure that all of the drivers do have what they need out there. Really do care. You try to do a free lunch day or popcorn to show their appreciation, and that's just so very important. And I know we're sharing microphones, so if you girls want to say something, raise your hand, because I know we're sharing mics. You're so quiet. Little Martina, I've never seen her so shy in my life. I love that. Well, go ahead, Ed.
And I did want to add, just an example of Q.
Yes.
One of the things that we have coming up is one of the last projects that we were involved in, and that was doing something for our drivers down at the transportation center. Their break room down there had been well used, and it was time for some updates. And so Q was on point in getting information. Hey, what do the operators need? What would be nice down here?
Yes.
Everything from a higher volume, like a bun coffee maker, a bigger refrigerator, more counter space. And, we made that happen. The building and grounds crew did a phenomenal job of doing that and fixing the place up really nice. And later this month, our intention is to do a dedication of that room for Q.
Oh, I love that. And I want your input with both you girls, like maybe something that she means to you. So for that dedication.
So I know this had been a ongoing process for a minute about that break room, because all of us as employees are like, we got to do something about this place. But it has finally been done. I can absolutely say that it looks amazing. They did a great job on it. And as a driver, I really appreciate it. If no one has said anything, we really do appreciate the new updated look. It is nice. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's more welcoming. So, yes, thank you. I don't know.
I'm going to go and say I'm in customer service, so I do also use that break room. And I want to say thank you, MTA. Thank you, Mr. Berger. The break room is awesome. It is very easy to get coffee these days. Also, I don't know if anyone knows, but we're doing a presentation, and it will be coming up in July. Right now, we have a little box, and we wanted to implement it with our coworkers and have them put in a name that they thought that they could name after Q for the break room. It was to give the drivers some input, so they felt like they had a lot to do with it. Q did a lot for those drivers down there. A lot of our senior drivers really miss her. Some of the duties that she was doing, I am now trying to help do, but I do know how much they appreciate her and they miss her. Also, we are doing a dedication. So we have worked on getting a plaque, and that was going to come later. But I thought, you should know that she was very appreciated by MTA employees, MTA upper management, summer workers. So everyone here appreciates her, and that's all I have to say.
Well, that was great. That was enough. Now, I know much like you have a lot of family members that work here, your husband and other people. Now, she had family members that work here too, correct?
Yes, she has 2 daughters.
And one daughter does work here. Yeah. So her daughter, who is still working here, she's still employed. She's on the Your Ride side. So she's still here. She's doing well. And we are, she loves us dearly.
Her younger daughter also worked in our summer program.
And did.
So we had her here for a couple of years, which was great. She also has a stepson that works here, and he's at Rise to Wellness.
That's what I really like about the MTA family is they like working here so well. They bring their other family members in. And then we are like family once you're here.
You absolutely are. And,
yeah.
And the thing is, when you come here, sometimes they say you come here solo, you're supposed to leave solo. But when we come here, we build relationships, we build bonds with people. And I met Q here when I started in August of 2014, and she became a sister. See, there's a difference between friends and sisters. Sometimes you take friends in and they become family. So she was an aunt to my sons. Her children are nieces and nephews to me. So we absolutely loved her, and we do miss her. We miss her dearly, and we do celebrate her life, when it's that time of the year. So we really do appreciate all the love, all the well wishes to her family from MTA, and to those who are still currently and still want to know about her. So we really do appreciate it.
Well, that's why I love honoring her this month, the Safety Month, but we'll never forget her. She's going to be in our hearts every single day. And she never needed the accolades. She never needed the attention.
She did not.
She just did it on her own. She was quiet, but she was powerful.
Absolutely.
Yeah, she will be missed for sure. Well, this is all month long. Safety Month is all month long. So we're going to ask you guys to come back next week and talk about the other 2 weeks that we're going to be covering here with Safety Month. Can you guys do it with us?
Sure.
All right. Sounds great. Well, we're going to get back to work.
Glad to
I know you guys are
participate.
busy. Yes, for sure. Any last minute words you want to say before we let you go back to work?
Safety first. see something, say something,
Yes.
and then we'll do something.
Absolutely. And I love the fact that it has to be a habit. Make a habit of being safe, because you don't want that one thing to happen where you hit somebody or you get hit, or a small child. I mean, anything could happen to you at all, just like what happened with our dear loved ones. So just be careful.
And I'll just also chime in that one of our themes throughout the whole month and always is that safe together, stronger forever.
Oh,
I like that.
like that, Marie.
Very
I love
good.
working with you. You always come up with that. Jay, any last words before we say goodbye? Let them get to work.
Safety first.
Safety first. I love that, Ed. Thank you. Okay, well, thank you guys for listening.
Thank
and we're
you.
going to be back next week to talk about the entire Safety Month right here with On the Road with the MTA, Stephanie K. and Jay. And please, like we always say, do stay safe. And thanks for listening.
You've been listening to On the Road with the MTA. For more information on our services and community outreach, visit us online anytime at www.mtaflint.org, and be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. The MTA, your community, your connection, your way.